Hello and welcome to Travel Diary. I'm Sharjeel and today we're exploring the human maps of the northern areas of Pakistan, the guides, the tea houses, and the village voices that turn a route into a story. Alright, let's jump in.
Hi everyone, Abdullah here. I'll pop in with village notes and the small true things that saved us on hikes. I love these stories. They make the mountains feel like home.
Picture a dusty roadside tea house at the edge of a green valley, steaming cups balanced on a low table, a gnarled radio in the corner, and an old man who seems to know every mule track for miles. That man offered to guide me on a tricky pass and he changed the whole trip, not just the route but the stories we came back with.
I remember that tea house. He pointed to a slope and said a small prayer, then told us about the shepherd who once crossed there, a story no map shows. Guides are the living maps.
In the next 5 minutes, I'll give you a tight practical plan, how to find a trusted local guide, how to ask the right vetting questions, a fair way to agree rates and routes, and the small gestures that turn a hire into a meaningful connection. By the end, you'll have a checklist you can use on the road.
And I'll add a few village tips, like how to spot a guide who really knows the mountain seasons, not just the tourist trails.
Section 1. Why guides matter and where to find them. Guides are about safety, not just shortcuts. They read weather signs, know when a trail becomes risky after rain, and they translate more than words. They translate custom, food offers, and warnings that keep you safe. A guide can reroute you around a snow hollow you'd never see on a map. And they introduce you to tea houses where the bread is still hot from the oven.
Best places to find guides, village notice boards, guest house owners, trusted tea houses, and local community leaders. Ask at the place where people gather. The owner of a small guest house often knows which guides show up early and which ones don't. 2 independent recommendations beat 1 glowing claim.
When you ask, look for recent concrete details. Don't accept a general, I've done this for years. Ask which routes they've led in the past month, if they carry emergency kit, and whether they know the permit process for the area. Practical question examples. Which route would you choose today and why? Or have you led anyone through this pass in the last 2 months? These simple checks reveal up-to-date experience.
If they answer with a story about a recent trip, names, dates, weather, that's a good sign. Stories show memory, and memory often means real experience.
Section 2. Vetting and negotiation. Start with these vetting questions. What is your usual group size? What is your emergency plan? Do you carry a first aid kit and communication device? Can you give references, a guest house owner or a recent trekker? Also ask about language ability. Can they communicate clearly about hazards and timing? If you get short, vague answers to practical questions, stay cautious.
On red flags, avoid guides who refuse to clarify the route, who ask for all payment up front with no receipt, or who insist on adding surprise stops with extra fees. Trust your instincts. A friendly smile is nice, but check the facts.
Negotiation basics. Agree price and services before you start. Clarify route, duration, equipment responsibility, who pays for permits or porters, and what happens if the weather forces a plan change. A fresh starting point is to ask locally what a typical daily guide rate is for the area, and then match that while considering experience level. If you hire for multiple days, discuss shared costs for fuel, food, and accommodation upfront.
Payment method. Cash is common. If possible, split payments. A small deposit, the rest at the end of the trip. Ask for a simple written note of agreement if that's culturally appropriate. It helps everyone stay clear.
Section 3. Cultural etiquette and the practical checklist. Small gestures go a long way. Greet elders first when you enter a village. Accept tea with both hands, and if you're offered food, try a small portion. Even if you have dietary preferences, refusal can be taken personally. Conversation openers. Ask about seasonal work, livestock, or the best local view. People love talking about what they know.
A small gift, sweets, a practical item like batteries, or a packet of tea is always appreciated. It isn't about value, it's about respect and reciprocity.
Your practical checklist before departure. Share the planned route and expected return time with someone back home. Confirm meeting points and times with the guide. Agree who carries emergency gear, confirm permits, and set a phone or power backup plan. Walk through a short safety brief, what to do if separated, where the nearest village is, and how to signal for help. These 5 minutes of briefing can save hours of worry.
One more village tip. Arrive at the tea house slightly earlier than planned. It gives time to let the community notice you, and often the best guides are those who come to meet you rather than arriving at the last minute.
Recap quick steps to hire a trusted local guide. 1. Find them where the community gathers, guest houses or tea houses. 2. Vet with recent concrete questions about routes, emergencies, and references. 3. Negotiate services and price clearly, share costs and confirm permits. 4. Show respect with small gestures and do a safety brief with shared responsibilities. Simple, clear, respectful.
And don't forget to ask for stories. The guide who can tell you about the old shepherd or why a valley is named a certain way often knows more about safe routes than any app.
If you want a downloadable checklist with the exact questions and a printable briefing template, visit our site and grab it from the episode page. It's free and made for travelers heading into the northern areas. Okay, that link is on the show notes.
Thank you for listening. Travel kindly, check your facts, and let the village voices lead you. Safe trails, friends.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to Travel Diary for more short practical guides from the north. See you on the trail. Bye for now.